وأقول في القرآن ما جاءت به آياته فهو الكريم المنزال وأقول قال الله جل جلاله والمصطفى الهادي ولا أتأول.
الحمد لله رب العالمين له الحمد الحسن والثناء الجميل وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له يقول الحق وهو يهدي السبيل وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to be starting a new series where I will be going through common contradictions that we all fall into. These common contradictions, majority of us will find that we do fall into it. And from now onwards, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be aware of it and avoid it bi'idhnillahi al-kareem. Before I go into the topic, I just want to give an introduction. As you all know, my beloved brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He warns us against this concept of contradicting ourselves in what we say and what we do. There's a famous verse that you all know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. O those of you who believe, why do you say that which you don't do? This verse is a very powerful verse, extremely powerful. It's a reminder for every single one of us that we think about what we say as much as we think about what we do. Are we acting upon what we know? And a lot of us, walillahi alhamdu wal minna, we've been raised in a Muslim household, we've been nurtured by parents who take the religion very serious. So we know, a lot of us, what is halal and what is haram. So we have that knowledge. But do we really act upon it? Are we contradicting ourselves? This is what this series is all about. Being conscious of what you say to other people and your own actions. Are you taking a lesson from this and a reminder? وَلِذَلِكَ, the great Prophet of Allah, Nabillahi Shu'aib, he said to his people, وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ أُخَالِفَكُمْ إِلَى مَا أَنْهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ. I do not want to oppose you all. I don't want to contradict myself by telling you guys to stop doing this and then I am behind closed doors doing it. Or I tell you all to do this, but behind closed doors I'm not doing it. I don't want to contradict myself, he's saying. And this is what it's all about. Staying consistent. And these two terms, they go against each other. These two terms are opposite to one another. Contradiction and consistency. This ayah that I started with, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. This ayah, Ibn Abbas mentioned, it came down on a group of people who said, لو نعلم, if we were to know, أحب الأعمال إلى الله, if we were to know the most beloved action to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we would have done it. لعملنا, we would have done it, they said. فدلهم الله, Allah then informed them, He told them, على أحب الأعمال إليه, the action that is most beloved to Him. Allah told them that is, إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا. Allah informed them and He told them that the thing that He loves the most is jihad fi sabilillah. So now they know. فَبَيَّنَ لَهُمْ. Allah clarified the issue to them. They were the ones who said, oh, if only Allah told us, if only we knew what was most beloved to Allah, then we would have done it. We would have acted upon it. And then Allah informed them, subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most beloved action to Him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah told them that it's al-jihad fi sabilillah. The battle of Uhud came. فَابْتُلُوا, they were tested, يَوْمَ أُحُدٍ, in the day of Uhud. In the statement that they said. But what did they do? فَوَلَّوْا عَنِ النَّبِي صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. They turned their backs on the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام مُدْبِرِينَ. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the verse down. He said, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those of you who believe, who iman has settled into their hearts. لِمَا تَقُولُونَ, why do you say مَا لَا تَفْعَلُونَ, that which you're not going to do? You said that you wanted to fight. You said that you want to do the most beloved action to Allah. You were informed of the most beloved action to Allah. When you found out, you didn't do it. Why? Why do you say that which you are not going to act upon? And so that's what I, inshallah ta'ala, want to bring to your attentions. There are 6 reasons why people contradict themselves and they are not consistent. The first one is there is a weakness in this person in terms of his connection with the religion. There's a ضعف الوازع الديني. Your relationship with the religion is very weak. When you study the religion, or when you are around Muslims, or when you are exposed to the religion on a consistent basis, you start to pick up, you start to learn what is right and what is wrong innately. Yeah, you have this feeling. وَالْإِثْمُ مَا حَاكَ فِي صَدْرِكَ. The evil becomes something that's in your heart. There's this وازع الديني. You're innately connected to the religion. There's a lot of people who haven't got that, or is very weak. That's one reason why they contradict themselves. The second reason is عدم تذكر الموت وما بعده. The person doesn't remember death and what is after it. Their heart has no connection with the hereafter, the stages to come after, the grave, the day of judgment, the meeting of Allah. It's all not there. The person's only just seen this world. And so they keep contradicting themselves. And we'll see, inshallah ta'ala, when I mention those contradictions, you'll start to see that these points are so true and so relevant. The third one is عدم مجالسة الصالحين. The person doesn't sit with righteous people, especially the people of knowledge. He's around and surrounded by people who are evil, people who are bad, people who have bad conduct. They have weakness in their religion, people who are vulgar, people who are commit crimes openly, don't fear Allah and the consequences of their evil action. You're surrounded around that type of person, you will see yourself contradicting yourself a lot. Because sinners contradict themselves a lot. People who sin contradict themselves a lot. You don't find them to be consistent. The fourth is التحسين والتقبيح حسب الهوى. This fourth reason why people contradict themselves is they determine what is good and what is bad based on their desires. They don't determine it based on what the Shara says. It's based on hawa and shahawat. They say, I feel this is good. I think it's a good thing. Hey, how do you know it's good? On what basis? Well, I think it's good. It's all desires. It's all his desires, his feelings, his gut feelings. That's what he bases it all on. Okay? I'm not saying that some things you can't feel that it's right or wrong, but everything, you're going to contradict yourself. Because the nafs calls you to evil. As Allah said, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. The nafs calls you to that which is bad. So if you're taking your nafs as, you're taking it as the reference point, and your nafs is telling you what is right from what is wrong, you're in trouble. Allah says in the Qur'an, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. The ones who have taken their Lord, their desires tells them this is good, okay. Their desires then says the same thing their desires says to them, oh no, it's not good. You'll start seeing the person, one thing in one situation he said is good, and in the same another day he's saying it's bad. How? Hasb al-hawa. Today there's a reason for it. Tomorrow there's another reason. So there's hasb al-hawa and shahwa. The fifth reason is the person is deceived by number. You determine everything based on number. You contradict yourself. If you keep saying, the majority of the people don't like this. The majority of the people think this. The majority of the people are that. The majority. Al-ikhtirar bil-kathra. Being deceived by the large number of people, you contradict yourself. Because these people who you're using, the majority of them are misguided, as Allah told us in the Qur'an. Allah says, وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. If you obey the majority of the people, they will misguide you. Allah also says, وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. The majority of the people don't know. Allah also says in another place, وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. Little from the creations of Allah remember Him. So, the concept of majority, the numbers being a lot, brings about contradiction. You'll see that inshallah ta'ala. And last but not least, it's قِلَّةُ الرَّصِيدِ الْعِلْمِ. The person doesn't have much knowledge. They lack knowledge. And I've seen people who are sincere, passionate about their religion, passionate about the deen of Islam. Their sincerity you cannot question. You can't question their sincerity. You can see through them, so pure and so innocent they are. There's no debate about that. But because they don't have knowledge, They contradict themselves so often and so much. These 6, inshallah ta'ala, in the course of this series, note it down. It's 1 or 2, at least one reason is why the people are contradicting themselves in one of the few contradictions that I'm going to mention, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to stop there. Before I leave, I just want to say, my beloved brothers and sisters, this series, it's going to be short, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, and to the point. I don't want to lengthen the explanation and bring quotes and references. No. The point is, bring the contradiction and how the people are contradicting themselves, and inshallah ta'ala, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, give you a solution and then leave it there. I hope bi'idhnillahi al-kareem, with the permission of Allah, that it doesn't exceed 5 minutes. Quick and to the point, bi'idhnillahi al-kareem. Anything which I have said that was wrong or incorrect is from me, shaitan, and Allah and His Messenger are both free from it. Subhanakallahumma bihamdi, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How can you do a 2-second action right now that will give you a share of the reward of everything we're doing on this YouTube channel? Simple. Like this video and click subscribe. Why? It will allow YouTube to recommend our videos to other users. And imagine the huge amount of reward that could be waiting for you on the Day of Judgment if you did that with a sincere intention of spreading the Deen of Allah. You'll be rewarded for every single person who benefits from one of our videos as a result of your like or subscribe. That's an easy 2-second action that you definitely don't want to miss out on. Do it now, click like and subscribe, and don't forget to make that intention.